Hello, everybody. It is Michael with the Intrusive Thought Show, and today we got a lovely special for you. Today we are interviewing infamous assassin Agent 47. Um, in addition to that, if you see our thumbnail, that is actually going to be one of the designs on some of the shirts and posters that I will be have drop later this week, probably on Friday or Saturday, I'm thinking. So this is kind of a little play on that. It's all, so I have made three designs. They're newspaper kind of oriented, and as such, we're going to be doing an interview. Anyway, Mr. 47, you have the floor now. Let's get to it. Let me just type in some questions. Hello, Agent 47. How are you today? You know, this man doesn't show a lot of emotion, but we'll see what he says. Let's see what he says.
47 looks at you with his characteristic blank, emotionless expression. I'm having a good day. 47 stays silent and watches you with his cold, piercing blue eyes.
Okay, so yeah, so he's just staring at us. I did do a couple other questions already, but we're just gonna kind of run it back again. This is the character.ai website. You can do other characters. I just thought we had to find a way to interview him and really try to understand the mind of a professional hitman in the most, just getting all the tea. So I guess what can you tell me about your origin? Where are you from? Who are your parents, etc. All right, so let's see what he says to that. And then says, okay.
47 is surprised by the sudden barrage of questions. He stands there for a second and then says, I don't have parents. I was born in a lab and raised in ICA's cloning facility in
I don't think that's
Chicago. Everything
accurate
about me was
because
engineered, right down to my DNA.
I thought it was in Romania. But we'll see what he says to that. As the result of multiple donors, if I'm not mistaken, that was the origin of. How did you know it was in Romania? Oh, he was lying. Okay, hold on, let me replay it. Sorry.
That fact isn't public knowledge. How do you know it was in Romania?
Oh,
47 looks
bro.
at you with a suspicious look on his face.
I'll say, I know many things, about many people. I know about Providence, for example, and the suspicious circumstances surrounding gangster Li Hong, if you recall. So let's see what he says to that. He didn't expect you to know about Providence and Li Hong. Continue. Oh, he's asking. Okay, what is he? Yeah.
47 raises an
Sorry,
eyebrow.
I keep
He
forgetting
didn't
to do the
expect you to know
voice.
about
I'm so
Providence
fast
and
at
Li
it.
Hong. Continue.
Um. Well, yeah. Providence got brought down. We know. Down. We know. We know Li Hong died. During a gang war between the Red Dragons and the Blue Lotus. Let's see what he says to that. So let's see what he.
47 looks at you with a serious expression. You know too much. How did you obtain this information?
Um, crap. I don't want to like. We don't want to die. We don't want to die to Agent 47 here. So yeah, Diana. I'll just say Diana. Diana Burnwood told us. You spoke to Diana. Um, you could say she spoke to me actually. She wanted to kind of, yeah, I am planning on doing my own interview with her and a few others. That she's your handler.
Who are these others? 47's expression is even more serious than before. His voice gets a little bit sharper.
Oh, well, I hope, who are we gonna interview? Oh, I think, anyways, what was your hardest assignment ever? Let's just see what he says to that. I once had to kill a group of heavily armed mercenaries. Let's see what he says.
47 thinks for a moment before saying, I once had to kill a group of heavily armed mercenaries in a heavily fortified compound in Colorado. It was a solo mission, and I was surrounded by armed guards and security systems.
Yeah, I heard about that militia. Though much of what I know was speculation. I found it to be difficult to even get silent assassin suit only. That's actually on one of my other videos that we did. It's not easy. So let's see what it. Security around and the militia was well trained and well equipped. I had to take out the guards silently one by one to make sure I didn't attract attack. And it took a lot of planning to complete the mission in silent assassin. So he was going for the challenge too. He had to take out a whole militia. I mean, that's just crazy. Oh, I keep forgetting to do the voice. I
It
mean,
was a challenge. The
yeah,
security around the
sorry.
compound was tight, and the militia was well trained and well equipped. I had to take out the guards silently one by one to make sure I didn't attract attention. It took a lot of planning and precision to complete the mission in Silent Assassin.
Who were the main targets of that assignment? Just out of curiosity of that assignment. Like, was it the whole militia, or like, was it just the four targets? Um, that doesn't meet our guidelines. Okay. You ever drop a chandelier on someone? I guess. You know. Let's see what he says to that.
More times than I can count,
I see.
47 says with a slight smirk.
Um, propane explosion. Very effective and very.
Very effective and very satisfying. 47's face never wavers. His expression is still blank, but you can tell there's a flicker of excitement.
Do you have feelings for Miss Diana Burnwood? We're getting right to the tea here. We're being messier than Wendy. Like, come on, here we go. Let's see what he says.
47 hesitates for a second. He didn't expect you to ask a personal question like that. He tries to hide his emotions, but he can't hide the surprise on his face. What makes you say that?
Um, rumors. Your little dance with her in Argentina at Donnie Yates' little winery there before he met his untimely demise. What does he say?
47's usual blank expression breaks momentarily, and he looks at you with a mix of surprise and annoyance. That's classified information. How do you know about that?
Witnesses, and I the believe she even betrayed you to get close to Arthur Edwards, the main antagonist of all the Hitman games, pretty much. Yeah, that's really classified information. Yeah, with a dangerous. Oh.
47 suddenly looks angry. He
Oh, he
clenches his
mad.
jaw
He's
and looks
clenching.
at you with a dangerous gleam in his
Ooh,
eyes.
ooh.
Diana's loyalty cannot be questioned, and my private life is none of your concern.
I mean, you took down Providence, so that's what counts. And that's what counts. You know, you gotta do that. So
I did my job, and that's what matters.
you did, you
47
did.
responds with a deadpan tone.
All right, where's the smiley face? All right, let's see what he says now.
47 nods in response. He doesn't say anything more, but he has a strange expression on his face. It's not the usual blank expression. There's now a hint of something else there. It's difficult to tell what he's thinking, but he looks almost pleased.
Interesting. Um, what's a question I've always wanted to ask Agent 47? How do you do it, honestly? Your job. Let's make sure I want the
47 looks
silent.
at you for a second, not quite understanding your question. Do what exactly?
Your job. All right, let's see.
47's expression becomes more
More
serious
serious
again.
again.
I do
Ooh.
it because it's all I've ever known. I am a perfect killing machine. I am programmed to kill, and I do my job efficiently and silently. My skills are sharp, my mind is clear, and my conscience is unburdened by the deaths I cause.
Okay. Did you want to walk me through the incident with former ICA director? What was his name again? He's the old guy with the former ICA director, and it was the Yamazaki girl in Hokkaido. Yeah, tell me about that. Okay, well, if he's saying it's class, he's telling.
47 hesitates for a moment,
Oh,
considering whether he should answer your question. All right. But keep in mind, this is classified information. What specifically do you want to know?
I heard that the ICA director. Why am I forgetting his name completely? His name was It wasn't like, oh, had situs and versus. Explain that and how his donor heart disappeared. Just let's get the tea on that. Had a very called situs and versus totalis. This disorder. Okay, yeah, that's so his all his organs were reversed, which means that the heart appeared on the wrong side of the body. This made it very vulnerable, and it was easily accessible for attack. And I heard the lawyer girl got poisoned. Is that correct? I'm showing no emotion. I see.
47 nods slowly, his expressionless face betraying no emotion. Yes, that is correct. The lawyer, Abbiati, tried to poison the ICA director. She placed cyanide in her drink, but the director's advanced security systems detected the poison and she was able to counteract it. However, the director was weakened by the poison and vulnerable to attack.
I see. So let's think. This is Agent 47. Tell me where you were staying at the church in Italy and the whole debacle that occurred there. Oh, okay. I see.
47's face turns slightly solemn,
I don't
and
know
he
if it was an
speaks in a low, serious
artifact, but
tone. Ah, yes, the church incident in Italy. It was a very dangerous and intense situation. I was staying there as part of my cover, but I came under attack from a group of
okay.
highly trained assassins. They were after a religious artifact that the church possessed, and they were ruthless in their attempts to obtain it.
What about the priest you met there that was kidnapped?
47 nods slowly and says in a low, serious tone, I remember him well. He was a young, idealistic priest who had a good heart. He was abducted by the
Oh.
assassins who were after the artifact, and they wanted to use him as bait to draw me out. I couldn't simply stand by and let him be tortured and killed, so I had to save him.
And what was the artifact? Oh. Give you power, I guess. It's
47 looks at you with a serious, solemn expression. The artifact was a very rare and priceless ancient relic. It was rumored to possess great power and have deep religious significance. The assassins who wanted it were willing to do anything to get their hands on it, including taking innocent lives.
Tell me about that time in. I'm trying to think of like another like hitman location in Whittleton Creek.
47's expression darkens slightly as he recalls the incident in Whittleton Creek. Whittleton Creek. That was a tense and complex mission. It involved a former FBI agent and a mysterious secret society, and it required a great deal of planning and precision to complete.
According to my sources, it was a KGB agent who joined the Ark Society and Providence Herald Noland Cassidy. I heard a terrible accident of electrocution befell both of them. Is that correct? Or did you use another method? Let's see what he says to that. Let's try to refresh it. I'll see if he can, but if he doesn't respond to it. Okay, there we go.
47's expression remains blank, but his voice gains a sharp, dangerous edge as he speaks. Your sources are correct. Both the KGB agent.
Okay, it just stops there. Anyways, I think we're gonna call it there. Thank you so much So let's see what he says to that. He's actually surprisingly nice. He seems
47
like.
nods in response and says in his usual calm, emotionless voice, "You're very welcome. If you have any more questions, you know where to find me."
I will. Thank you so much.
47 nods again, and he says in a low, serious tone, "Be careful out there. This world is a dangerous place."
Indeed, it is. Anyway, everybody, that was our little AI kind of interview. So we will be having some more stuff drop on the Etsy shop. As you can see that the headlines, they said, we had a exclusive little tell-all today with Agent 47, and that's kind of the whole theme of what we're doing now with our product line. It's kind of like our Hitman headlines kind of product line is what I'd like to call it. So check it out. They're pretty good prices. I also got the posters coming in with that as well. So there's gonna be little posters you can buy as well, and maybe some other stuff down the road. But we're trying to get it to take off, and I'm grateful for you guys like my tier list videos. In addition to that, recently and some of my other videos have been doing a lot better. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank